Right now, we have shit absolutely fucking dialed in. It's really good to see that the AI team, I don't really look, I'm just in the group chat with the AI team. It's good when people in the company are innovating and wanting to try new things. And that's where incentives come in. Like when people know that if we improve, there is unlimited upside, it makes people want to work harder. And so I see a lot of innovation happening within the company without me having to do anything, which is the best feeling in the entire world of someone saying, hey, I see that this worked really good for someone else. Let's try and do it. Here's how long it will take. Here's what we need. Boom, 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 boom. I would spend all the money that I have and that I make on ideas that employees have that they want to try and implement on. Even if it fails, I don't really care. I just want to see people taking initiative and wanting to try things and fail and to do things. I mean, that is a really good feeling. So I'm trying to think, how can you train that at scale? Because this is actually the first time in my entire life, like this month, that my limiting factor for scale is not staff. It's actually taking on more clients. Therefore, I can spend my time trying to take on more clients. Today, I'm signing the paperwork to close a client, and then I have 2 calls with 2 potential clients today. And right now, the entire business, we only have, I think, 6 or 7 clients. And so this month, we could potentially take on 3. And it's a pretty large ticket price. I mean, most of the money comes 6 months down the line on a performance-based model. But it's pretty exciting to see how people are innovating on their own, because usually it's a tops-down approach when you're starting a business. And I'm a complete libertarian. I think the free market, which is people creating businesses and driving society, that's kind of bottoms up how you create the best society possible, because the people boots on the ground, they know what's needed the most. It's not going to be some government official or someone who has no idea what's happening. It's always the innovators. But if you can structure your company where everyone is an innovator and everyone wants to try new things and everyone wants to just push the business forward, you don't need many people to make a massive impact quickly. It's scary how quick you can move when you have a group of people that all have the same mission and same objectives and are all monetarily aligned to make that happen. It's pretty exciting. I'm on my way to the bank right now because I need to send a wire transfer and they don't fucking let me do it over the phone. Anything over like $10,000, you have to be in physical person. So I also need to open up a new bank account and transfer money from my current bank to another bank that will allow me to send wire transfers when I'm outside the US or outside the state, because I have a local state bank here in Massachusetts right now. And so it's very cumbersome. I mean, this is going to take me all in 30 minutes to drive there, to go in, to speak to someone who hates their life at the bank. And that is the epicenter of not working and not being improving productivity. But I definitely want to take on a lot of clients right now. I want to scale too hard, too fast, just for fun, because I think it's definitely quite fun to see how a bunch of people can do everything. I mean, with everything that we're doing right now, it would feasibly impossible for one person to do it. But when you have 15 people working on every single thing every single day, that's kind of how a small business is born. And this is pretty much the first time when I would say we have more of a business than just me having a self-employed, high-paying job. Now, that being said, the business isn't making money right now, but that's besides the point. What else? I mean, Kayla, she has work today. What do you got going on?
2 clients.
I think the moral of the story is you should not want to do things yourself. It is much better to have other people doing things for you. Like, obviously, right? The big problem that I see most people have, and I shouldn't even be able to say this because I'm too naive and too inexperienced, but I have a lot of friends that make anywhere from $1 to $3 million per year, but they can't scale past that. And I most of the business owners that I know, they're in this range, and most of them have around 10 employees. There's one guy in particular that I see a lot. I'm actually going to see him pretty soon, and he always complains to me every single time I see him that, dude, I have so much churn. I can't find any good employees. Nothing that I can do works. And he's like, just people don't want to work hard. There's all these things. And I'm thinking, well, how much are you paying these people? And he's paying them like an average salary with expectations of excellence. Unfortunately, that is just not possible. You cannot incentivize A-class players with averageness. You need to give them a better incentive structure. And I would rather just make a small percentage of a lot of money than of a medium amount of money by myself, and I would have to do more work. So as the business continues to scale, and there's a lot, I can almost see the picture. It's getting clearer and clearer of how we can progress. People are the most important part, and incentivizing people the right way and finding the best possible talent is really all that's needed. The guy that I always think to is Ken, one of my clients. He has over 300 employees, and he is the master at finding the best talent, and everyone does the work for Ken. Ken doesn't have to work. All he does is take meetings and find the people that he needs to hire, and that's it. He would never say, what do I have to do? He would say, who do I have to find that can do this for me? Because Ken is never going to do the work himself, ever. And he has 10,000 apartments. That means 10,000 people per month are paying him rent. And I don't know what the average rent is in the US, but it's at least $1,500 a month, especially he has all A-class properties. So he's doing quite well for himself. And obviously you don't start like that. And especially even last year, my mindset was completely wrong. I was always thinking, what else do I have to do, instead of who can I find to do this for me? I mean, that's really the key mental shift that I've had over the past few months, especially seeing that people can do it for you and they can do it better than you can. I mean, most business owners are arrogant and they think that they can do everything the best, when that's not true. You just need to have a way to train people and to incentivize and drive innovation so they can actually do everything for you better than you can do it. That's a lot of the reason why doctors and a lot of these hyper specialized people never make that much money, because they think that they are the best at what they do, when that is not the case. I don't want to be the best at what I do. I want to find people to hire them so they can be the best at what they do.